guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about a serious and a playful issue which happens to the best of us during our childhood days, and which I was observing that my brother was doing the same, and I guess the students of his age and we also are doing the same mistakes, and we want to get escape from the studies that we do not want to study. There is no doubt he is so intelligent that every time his first grade is confirmed, that all teachers says that he is a brilliant student, and even if he do the hard work in the same way in which he was doing, and he just step up his level, so in the future he might gonna be the district topper of class 10th board results. So that is why the teachers and we all are just more focusing on him in order to not to get him escape from the studies. But nowadays I was observing that his attention is deviating from the studies, and he is indulged in the social media. And social media, I can't say social media, he has indulged himself into the free fire like games, Minecraft games, etc. So I guess you all play, especially these are the boys favorite games. So now in this time we have to be cautious, because this is the time of the teenagers just divert from their path. But at that time we do not need to be strict, so please be cautious what your child is doing and what your child is studying. So in the same way, my mother is helping him a lot in his studies. When he came back from the school, she always asked him the task, which if the task or not, or how many marks he got, or etc. All the stuff like that, how your day went. So she asked questions even to him and to me also, because this is a responsibility, I guess, this is a responsibility, and she is just doing her best in her way. But at the same time she is more focusing on my brother. That is why the reason is that he is deviating from the path, so she doesn't want him to deviate from the path. And I guess the same case with all the other students, such as who are just in the maturity level, in the gaining the maturity, and they think that they are independent, and the teachers and parents do not get to know that what are they studying. So even sometimes the students like the teacher has not conducted the test because their marks are down in that test, so that is why they do not want to share that marks with the parents. But at that time the parents has to be cautious, and if you are your elder sibling, or if you have a younger sibling, then you have to be cautious toward them, because this is a maturity level and you need to be cautious. You have to check what he or she is doing. You need to conduct his or her oral test. So my mother conducted my brother's surprise test, oral test, and sometime, and even the half yearlies are approaching. So that is why she is more focusing on him, and she just convince him to study. Even he is not in the mood, he was not in the mood, he is not in the mood, and he will be not in the mood to study. But somehow we convince him, sometimes by scolding, and sometimes by just make him understand that study is important and you have to study. So that is why sometime I conducted his oral test, my mother conducted his oral test, and we just help him in his studies. So in this way we are just maintaining his pace toward the studies, because if at that time we have deviated ourselves, now that our child is intelligent, he is a first grader, so we do not need to worry. Then we need to worry, because he is the first level, and if we lag behind, that's like a failure for him, as he is doing the best for even till the 6th class he has achieved just only first grade. So if that is the time of him to perform his best, but at that time he is deviating from the path. So I guess this is the case with most of the students. The students are lying to their parents, the students are not focusing on the studies, even the half yearlies are approaching, some are the board class, and just enjoying time and with a playful life. So at that time we do not need to be too strict. Yes, some strictness is required, some strictness is must. But in order to make them understand, in order to make them study, you have to check their regular tasks, regular activities, what they have done, how's their day went, and you have to conduct their surprise as well as the oral test in order to check their performance while your student has been actually studying. while your student is actually studying, or he is just pretending that he or she is studying. Because most of the students, just in order to show their parents that they are studying, just for their sake, open the books and just start reading. But at that time they are not actually reading, because their mind was somewhere else. They were thinking about something else. So at that time you need to be conscious, and you need to make them alert that in any future or any time, and I can ask you a random question about all the things which you have learned. So it just make them aware. It just make them aware that yeah, my mother or father, my elder sister gonna conducted my test, and I have to do my best, otherwise she'll complain me, otherwise she'll grab my phone and did not give my phone. So at that time you have to make some conditions. I know these conditions or the rewards are not worthwhile. The motivation of the study just come from the within. But what if the students are not willing to motivate them? Then we have to motivate them by putting some efforts, by maintaining some strictness, as well as just to understand them in the friendly way. We need to be affable, but not to be straightforward in front of them. It's okay child, मतलब हिंदी में बता देती हूँ कि कुछ बच्चे तो होते हैं कि जो अभी मतलब जो टेस्ट चल रहे हैं उनमें ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं करते, घर पे आके टेस्ट नहीं बताती। तो उसमें आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि आपको उनके टेस्ट चेक करने हैं। आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनती है कि अगर वो अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ रहे तो आपको मतलब ये टैली करना है, थोड़ा सा क्लियर करना है कि आपको लगे कि हाँ उसने अच्छे से पढ़ा। ऑरल टेस्ट लेने हैं, सरप्राइजिंगली उसको कुछ भी टेस्ट डाल देना है, कुछ भी जो टीचर ने पढ़ाया उसका पूछना है, एटसेट्रा। बिकॉज नाउ अ डेज स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है कि हमारे मम्मी पापा को पता नहीं चलता, दैट इज़ वाई बुक्स खोल के बैठ जाते हैं, उसके बाद कुछ नहीं करते। सो ये वाली प्रॉब्लम सबके साथ आ रही है, हमारे घर पे भी आ रही है, मेरे ब्रदर के साथ। तो मुझे लगा उसके फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी यही प्रॉब्लम है कि सब लोग फ्री फायर या फिर माइनक्राफ्ट में खेलने लगे हुए हैं। एक ने फ़ोन किया, चल भाई आजा मैच में, मैं आ जाता हूँ। सो दिस इज़ नॉट द केस, दिस इज योर सिचुएशन। यू नीड टू बी कॉन्शियस and you do not allow their children to deviate from the path, because this is the time. If they have mistaken at this time, then for the other future, for in the near future, they'll have to regret, and you too. ये आपके हाथों में है, आपके मतलब भाई बहन या बच्चा जो भी है उसको समझाना कि जो वो कर रहा है मतलब इन्जॉयमेंट दैट इज़ नेसेसरी। चाइल्डहुड में इन्जॉयमेंट ज़रूरी है, बट जस्ट फॉर अ सम एक्सटेंट, बिकॉज नाउ अ डेज द स्टडी इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सो दैट इज़ वाई मैंने यही वीडियो बनानी थी कि कभी कभी हम कुछ चीज़ें समटाइम्स वी इग्नोर सम थिंग्स, some tiny things, just by saying that these are the tiny things that happens to the best of us. But in that case we need to be conscious and we need to make some efforts in order to stop that thing, because वो पता नहीं ना चलता कि कभी कभी वो टाइनी प्रॉब्लम बिग ऐसा ह्यूज माउंट एवरेस्ट बन जाती है, दैट सीम्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टास्क टू कॉप अप और टू एड्रेस दैट प्रॉब्लम. So at that time we do not need how to grapple up with. So be cautious beforehand. I am awareing you beforehand. So it's up to you what you want to do. So thank you. Bye bye. This is all for this video.